sobib juurde.
Inimesed on alati rünnakut Nõukogude Liidu poolt.
And especially they were afraid with nuclear weapons.
Eriti on ka tuumarelvi.
So I wrote about this, and now it's going to be an exhibition.
Ta kirjutas sellest ja nüüd peaks sellest näitus.
Armee museum.
Armee muuseumis.
Stockholm. There are more, yeah.
No, it's Piirsalu and
for nuclear rockets.
Rocket bases.
For nuclear.
Tuuma.
bases.
But here is from museum director Staffan Forsell.
You can read it.
Perhaps you could read it for him roughly.
Ma tegin selle teksti kirjutada ära.
I can rock the baby if you want.
Rootsi sõjaväemuuseum on keskendunud külmasõjale. Muuseumi teemat käsitlenud Peter Hemberg, kes on kirjutanud ka raamatu sellest. Ja oma uurimuste käigus on Peter Hemberg leidnud mõned faktid Eesti kohta külmasõja. Ja need faktid võiksid olla väga huvitavad Armee muuseumi jaoks Stockholmis. See kiri sisaldab siiret aastat või kavatsust või soovi, et Mr. Hemberg saaks mängida neid fakte külmast sõjast Armee muuseumi Stockholmis nagu näidatud läbi. Mr. Hemberg ei ole kellegi alluvõtul, ta esindab ise ennast. Ja see Armee muuseum hea meelega abistab Mr. Hembergi selles pingutuses, panuses. Sama ühesõnaga, et selline on lause. Ja põhimõtteliselt Eestiga nagu ka, et Eesti selles asjas ka
So, what this practically means is that the Museum of Stockholm wants to borrow this Gotovka.
Põhimõtteliselt see Stockholmi muuseum peab laenutama seda
see raketi ots või?
Yes.
Seal on täpsemalt kirjutatud ka, et
Army, Swedish army cars.
Rootsi sõjaväeautod.
Take it to Stockholm and bring it back.
Viivad Stockholmi toovad tagasi.
And say that this General Bengt Gustafsson in Sweden, who was chief for all Swedish forces, is very interested in this thing. And he writes about the Cold War and so. So it's very important because high officers in Sweden sees this as a symbolic thing, you know, from the Cold War.
Rootsi ohvitserid näevad seda nagu sümboolikat, see külmasõja sümboolikat ja see on neile nagu väga tähtis.
So we bring it back with all costs from Sweden, yeah?
Nad toovad selle oma kuludega tõesti nagu tagasi.
We take it, show it in Stockholm and then take it back.
Näitab Stockholm siis, et ära siis toovad tagasi.
Okei, selleks on siis, nad peaksid tegema nagu kirjaliku taotlus, ma nüüd praegu mõtlengi, et kas see piisab sellest Kaitseliidu tasandist peavad nad läbi Kaitseministeeriumi seda tegema, et ütleme, nemad pöördunud Kaitseministeeriumi poole, et Kaitseministeeriumi lubab välja viia selle asja tagasi tuua. Ta ei ole muidugi relvastus sellisel kujul, aga ta on omaette realiteet siin. Ma suhtlen natukene meie avalike suhete osakonna ülemaga ja siis ma ütlen teile vastuse. I will talk chief of avalikud suhted.
Public relations.
Yeah. But in Stockholm this is...
You have to ask, he himself can't tell.
He can write.
Can or can't. He has to ask.
He can write. Captain Adler can write document because we were in Valga yesterday, and we spoke with Major Kivi and other persons there, and they said, Captain Ader can write this document. Because from museum in Stockholm already spoke with embassy, Estonian embassy in Stockholm, and Army Museum in Estonia.
Stockholmis juba räägiti selle saatkonnaga ja Valgas öeldi ka, et piisab sellest, et teie kirjutate.
Okay. So we just need, because the problem is not Estonia or Sweden, it's Granitsa, border control. Sweden, if we come with this rocket, they arrest us, you understand?
Et piiri küsimuses nagu nad...
Üle piiri viimine on see omaette probleem.
But it's very, this book say that it was very much noticed in Sweden, in radio and television and so, because people were afraid of Soviet Union, understand. But here it's all about this kind of, you know, this is from pioneer.
Et Rootsis pöörati suurt tähelepanu raadios televisioonis selle raamatule, sellepärast et inimesed on väga kartnud seda Nõukogude Liidu asju kogu aeg.
There is from Schacht Vilaski in Estonia, where the rockets were. This is from Lithuania and Chalnik. And you know, in the old days, Soviet times, of course, people didn't know where these rockets were. They know it was many.
Liidu oli teada, kus need täpselt on, aga nad teadsid, et neid rakette on palju.
And General Bengt Gustafsson, he wrote about this thing in Baltic also, nuclear. So for him, he's older man now.
Kindral Gustafsson kirjutas sellest, ta on niisugune vanem mees.
But it's very important for him, this exhibition.
Aga temal on see näitus väga tähtis.
Minutes, võtan mu telefoni, ma räägin selle vaikse võtta.
Yeah.
We'll make some calls and
Okay.
then maybe you can tell the answer.
Men han gör ett bra intryck. Det kanske inte är som jag tror ändå. Han är cool. He's sleeping now.
I hope so.
That's perfect. He will be film star if he starts 3 months.
Yeah.
Bättre filmstar än skjutsrolig.
Ja, just det.
Jag filmar ansiktet på bären så vi ser det.
Okay.
And he wants to
Not.
he likes company.
Yeah, of course. This is my daughter.
Ah, very nice.
22 years ago, little baby.
You don't know anything about this now? Rocket bases now?
Unfortunately, no.
You are from Võru?
No, see Põlva kampi.
Hello? Hello, my name is Peter Handberg, and I wrote a book about nuclear rocket bases in Soviet time here in the Baltic States. Yes, and now we're making film about this book, and also we are planning a big exhibition at Army Museum in Stockholm. And connected to this is, among others, General Bengt Gustafsson, who was chief of all Swedish forces before. And we want to bring this rocket, 3-meter long top of the rocket, Gotovka, to show in Stockholm. And Sweden pay all the costs, and then we take it back to Senna. And this would be very, you know, General Gustafsson was personally responsible that Estonia got so much cars, weapons and things from Sweden. General Gustafsson was very quiet. One thing important is that we can film when we bring this rocket to Stockholm, because this, yeah. And you know, this will focus also, people in Sweden 20 years ago didn't know much about Estonia or Latvia. And this will be I'm glad to hear that, yeah. Yes, immediately. Yes, please. Thank you very much. Thank you. Yes. He wants to speak.
Okay. Han var ju verkligen, hörde ni vad han sa det? Han var ju verkligen positiv. Så han fixade ju det där.
see, mis kaasas on?
Kan du fixa ett möte med honom imorgon?
Han är i Tallinn.
Kan vi åka dit?
Okei, aga selle
Möte bara så att...
Var man börjar?
Vi berättade att det kändes fascinerande. Jag hörde bara vissa fraser.
Nej, han sa att det är en stor sak för Estland. Där också. Jag sa att det sett i Estland. De vet ju inte om det här. Men han är ju bara ute på fältet nu, sa han. Men han ville hemskt gärna ta tag i det här själv. Och organisera via försvarsministern. It's the minister of the... Did you hear what he said? No, it's the minister of defense. Yeah, he was very nice man. He said he will personally see that the minister of defense arranges this.
ma faksin selle kirja sinna peastaapi ära ja siis nad ise juba peastaabiga suhtlevad.
He will send a letter to the main staff in Talinn, and then you can,
Yeah.
and then you can communicate with them.
Yeah, if I get his telephone number and email to this man,
Yeah.
a name,
Yeah.
and perhaps we can go to Tallinn tomorrow. I don't know, and
Oh.
meet him.
Homme Tallinnasse kokku saada, et kas see oleks võimalik.
Tell him we want to meet him tomorrow or on Saturday.
või laupäeval siis, homme laupäeval.
Okay.
kuule, ma ühesõnaga annan veel korraks, et te lepite omavahel kokku, et millal te kokku saate, natud homme Tallinnasse, et äkki siis mingi kellaaja või asja kokku leppida. Ja ma faksin selle siis kantseleisse ja sa nendega leppi homseks kokku, see aeg ära. Jah, okei.
Yes, hello. We can drive up to Tallinn today and but Tompia, yeah.
Right.
Tompia. Hey.
Maybe I can write for you.
Yes. Yes. Har ni såna där filmbroschyrer?
Nej, jag tror inte.
Har du med dig några?
Ja, det tror jag.
Som du kan dela ut. Here is about this film. You can have it if you want. Some information.
I really would like to see this film one day.
Yes, perhaps it will be shown in the World cinema. We meet. We speak with this man also in the film. He lives in Lithuania. Not that man, but yes. These were all working with these rockets. Nikolai Nazi boys. But there, Stanislav, he was chief for 4 rockets. And so he's in the film, you know. He's a nice man, but he could have destroyed all Stockholm.
The subject is very interesting for me, but unfortunately I don't know much.
No one does, you know. These are so secret things. And in Sweden, I think people, they have their lives, you know, kids, marriages, work, and everything. So it's,
I like movies like this.
yeah, he did many movies from India and everywhere. But I'm not, was never working with movie, I only translate and write. So I traveled a lot in Baltic states, writing about other things, you know. But then I came into this nuclear things.
But this book is only in Swedish or?
Yes.
Not in English.
Not in English. I sent it to Matti Sirkel, his name is Italian. He knows Swedish, but he was a long time in the Soviet Union, so he says in the Soviet army, you can't open it.
Ah, okay. Good reason.
It's too bad memories for him. But it's important for Estonia also, I think, this history, you know,
Of course it's
this,
important.
enormous lot of rockets here. Because there's an American man here, I quote, and he tells here how they would attack here, rockets and everything. They would have destroyed. So that's a terrible thought,
But it's good to know your history.
yeah.
Not knowing it isn't.
No, it's dangerous even, I think. Men här hade vi en tur med den här, det var det mest positiva jag träffat här i. Han tände ju helt på idén. Han är präst.
On the visit in Tartu, yeah.
In Tartu.
In Syria. And of course, what would be the best way to organize this device to the Royal Air Force Number 1 Swedish?
Yeah.
I mean, the plane.
You think it's possible?
No, I don't think so.
No. Thank you.
Anyway, we need to have some kind of paperwork. That's
Yeah,
for sure.
of course.
And as I understand, first thing is you will pack it, right?
You know, just short story, I traveled many times to write this book. And then we want to make this exhibition. We also have a Soviet placard, you know, nuclear stuff.
Right.
We bought in Vörå, in Antique.
Oh, okay.
And photos and this nuclear device. And Mr. Forsell, Staffan, he was a pilot himself in the Air Force, but he's now an army boss for the museum.
Okay.
But many has been very interested in this since it's about the Cold War and the nuclear threat.
Great book, by the way. We don't have a book like this in Estonia, unfortunately.
Perhaps it could be translated.
Why not?
I sent it to my friend here, Matti Sirkku.
Ah, Matti Sirkka.
You know him?
Of course.
Yeah. But he said he's so tired of all Soviets, so he can't open the book. But I think for younger people in Sweden, you know, they don't know anything about Soviet Union.
Even our younger people
Yeah.
don't know.
So I think it would be a great opportunity to show this kind of enormous power. And in Sweden, I also studied in Berlin, and all people were 85, 86. They said it's going to be a war.
Right.
The Russians were every day getting new rockets.
I know.
So also the former General Bengt Gustafsson was very interested in this when he heard about his plans. So he said we must arrange to borrow this from Estonia.
Right.
And the Army Museum pays, of course, for this transport and it takes it back. But perhaps it could be possible an exhibition to Stockholm, perhaps to other places too. I don't know. That's
You know what we need to do? First thing is you could imagine this picture.
Yeah.
If you put it open on the trailer or track and drive on the
they arrest us.
Estonia like this, you know. Yeah, I don't think you will survive in Stockholm Harbor more than 5 minutes with that.
No.
So what we need to do first to pack it, right?
Yeah.
As I see in your letter, you have planned to pack it, right? I mean, like in a big box or something.
Yeah, we must. One thing is, then we're making this film, so we want to film this kind of nuclear device.
Right.
We spoke with one man here, for example, in Lithuania. Where is he? Stanislav. He was chief for 4 rockets.
Oh.
And he said, yeah, where is he? There he is, this man.
Oh.
He's 70 years. He was a lieutenant. And these rockets could reach all of Europe. And General Gustafsson in Sweden, he studied, and for in Paldiski they had tactical nuclear weapons also. And one plan was that they perhaps destroy Swedish harbors and these things. So I don't know exactly how the transport should be made, but
We need to prepare some papers for the custom.
yeah,
In English language, of course.
yeah,
And our plan is, we have a lawyer here as well. Actually, I call a lawyer here.
yeah.
Just a second, because we had already a plan. Good. Tule Antti ka siia, kui sa tahad korraks või? Aitäh, jah. The first plan is, we have a museum here, right? This occupation review thing there.
Yeah.
And we told to the people there, the director of this museum, we need first to have some papers for this device here in Estonia,
Yeah.
to make it official, you know.
Yeah.
After that, this museum will make some papers for you actually
Yeah.
and for the customer. Yeah. Yeah. Väga hästi läks, suur tänu. Väga hästi läks. Jah. Ma ei oska seda öelda, aga me võtame siis ise midagi, eks ju.
Tüked nüüd pandud.
Tänase eest maksavad ise. We can manage it, this paperwork.
Yeah, here's about the film short prospect that you can have.
Ah, you are making the film right now.
Yes,
About the story, how to...
we have a lot of hours. It will be 80 minutes later in the end.
Oh, I see. See, it's our lawyer, Mr.
I think.
And all the best. Yeah.
Hello. Get the number.
And
This is for you also.
Thank you very much. Oh, good decided, David. For me.
Thanks.
So, and Antti is preparing kind of papers. So, eesti keeles rääkima kõikida.
Mina olen eesti keeles tõlgit ümber.
So, I will translate what we need actually, just to let you know. You don't need to do anything. No. Räägisi, mis me vaja on.
Seletan üldjoon selle.
Jah, üldjoon.
Tähendab, esmaselt me võtame objekti meile arvele, kui muuseumi eksponaadi.
So the first what we do is we put this device, let's say,
Yes.
in our museum as exponat.
Yeah, okay.
So it's first step for
Yeah.
us, yeah?
Järgmisena teeme deponeerimislepingu muuseumiga.
And then we make an
Okupatsioonide
agreement
muuseumiga.
with this museum there,
Yeah.
that we, how to say, depose
Yeah.
this device there.
Yeah.
It's a second step, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Ja muuseum deponeerimislepingus on üks punkt, et okupatsioonide muuseum võib välja laenutada objekti 1, 2 või 3 kuuks teatud perioodiks.
And this agreement we have with them then
Yeah.
includes a paragraph which says that this museum has a right to depone this device outside of the country, whatever, you know.
Yeah, yeah, okay. Yeah.
And then
Jah. Sellisel juhul ma lähen vandetõlgi juurde ja lasen teha inglise keeles tõlke.
And then you will have agreement with this museum, not with us exactly, but this museum in English language.
Yeah.
We organize this translation for the customer. I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we take it with the ferry,
Mhm.
Talinn, Stockholm on
Yeah.
the boat. Yeah.
Right. And you will get the truck from Sweden.
We arranged the truck, but I don't know if we should take the car from here or it's a bit. I don't know how many. I think it's 2,000 kilos. This Gotovka is in Russian. I
2
think.
tonni.
Yeah, because it's like 15 centimeters, right?
No, it's not. I think it's like some parts are so and some are so. It's.
It's average.
Yeah. But Stanislav here, this Russian, he said it's. I showed him picture, and he knew, of course, and he said it's 1,800 kilos. I don't know how this could be kept, but I heard that some Russian soldiers buried it in the ground.
Yeah. Kalle told me too.
Yeah. So it's a strange story.
Well, it's okay, interesting story.
But 87, it was this agreement, Gorbachev-Reagan, to destroy all these
Yeah.
rockets. I have a picture here.
Okay.
This
Uh-huh.
inspection, 1987 there.
I know. That's great.
But I don't know so, about the exhibition and so.
We need, let's say 2 weeks or...
Yeah.
Yes. Okay.
But after 2 weeks, let's be in contact with you. Do you
Yeah.
have any card or email address or something?
No, I have
Just,
a car, but I
you know what? Just email me
Yeah. Okay.
when you're home and then I can receive your
Yeah. There's also a Sovietic sculpture there. Do you think it could be possible to exhibit that?
So what you got?
Skulptur.
Ah, skulptuur.
Ruski soldat.
Yeah. There? Oh,
In
I don't know. If Kalev Kettner is okay with that, võta mingi kuju ära viia sellest.
seal on väravas on see Vene sõduri kujulipuga niimoodi. Tal on nüüd automaadiga on pea pooleks lastud muidugi seal, aga.
It's difficult, yeah.
It's interesting for you, right?
I think for, you know, when I was a kid, it was always Soviet Union.
Yeah.
People were afraid. And when I was in the Air Force, I looked radar. I saw planes
Flying from here.
from Tartu
Absolutely.
and to Sweden every day.
Absolutely.
So it's kind of, and sometimes the captain said, this time it might be real. Because in Tartu they had, you know, nuclear rockets.
And Kalev says, it's a great job what you have done, because we don't have book like this in Estonia.
Yeah.
It's pity actually.
It was.
We should keep this history as well.
Yeah.
As you do.
I wrote about KGB also.
Okay.
That will be next book. But for me, I know one old lady, and she told me here was nuclear rockets.
Mm-hmm.
Really, I said. So I walked there and looked, and then I saw, you know, this is Estonia also.
Yeah.
This is Rakvere division. Yeah.
Okay.
But you think it will be no problem to get these papers?
No. Because our lawyer staff will work on it.
Yeah.
And we are really happy to help you. That's
Perhaps some of your officers want to come there for the opening or something.
Why not?
Yeah, but I think it will be, you know, seminars perhaps about Cold War.
When do you plan to open this exhibition?
I don't know, because we didn't know how problematic, but next year sometime, I guess.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah.
It's in Stockholm, right?
Yeah, Stockholm. It's old caserne for Royal Guards.
I think I know approximately this
Yeah.
area. It's not far from the King's Palace, right?
Well, 15 minutes walk. But it's big, huge. Like this parade starts there, walking to the castle.
I think
you know,
I have
with music. And
Yeah.
They start there.
I know.
So for them,
Yeah.
I think they made a sketch already, plan for. Let's see if I have this. Yeah, I gave them the measures.
Oh. So it's the plan of the exhibition, right? So it would be
In the entrance there, you stand there. Outside on there are tanks.
this made from some kind of plastic or something, right?
There will be photos and things like that.
Yeah.
But this was just a sketch, you know.
And some kind of explaining text about
Yeah.
this device, of course. But
Yeah. And then
I read the book. It's 100,000 more powerful than Hiroshima bomb, right?
No, this was Stanislav say now it's secret from the Russians, but he said first it was 1 megaton, then 3, and in the end it was 5 megatons. And that's like everything exploded under the Second World War in one rocket.
Yeah.
And in Senna they had 16. And in Nursi I think they had 8. So it was, you know, enormous power.
Enormous power.
Yeah.
Thank God it's
And
over.
Stanislav said 87 they were waiting to put out the new SS-20. But then Soviet were beginning to
Yeah.
implode.
And then they run out of money.
Yeah. But 86 was dangerous time.
Absolutely.
The Soviets some generals wanted.
To start the war.
Yeah.
Bad.
So we will speak.
Okay.
What for you would be very interesting.
Täpselt joonistada selle skeemi selle. Et selle skeemi selle autoväega raketi baasi kohta. Ja siis seda võiks ka rääkida, et see võiks seal.
Nüüd jätta midagi filma, for nüüd mitte
see kohe külje all, et seal on mäletusmärk selle kohta, et lahing lasub.
Kuule, aga muide, see on Lintsi baasi nime on siis.
Lintsi baas, jah?
Jah, mitte autoväljal, Lintsi baas.
Aga joonistada siis jah? Kale ära.
Okei. Nii, ja ma hakkan tegema seda projekti.
Just joke.
So Kalev is ready to have some plan for you.
I think this is very interesting we might speak with this man. He was chief for American Air Force. And he says here about, he comes with his son, 2000. And he says attack would go over Sweden and Norway and over Baltic states. Yeah.
Yeah.
This would be very interesting for the Estonians to hear. He says here, you see St. Petersburg, and here I can translate.
Yeah.
We will fly over Stockholm and Uppsala, and then go down low altitude, and then Tallinn, fly over Tallinn, who is already destroyed by missiles from submarines, and then they will, if something would have gone wrong. So I think Tallinn, there were so many defense bases here that first minute would have been
Estonian capital.
Yeah, that's a terrible.
It's terrible to know.
And today, I mean, you have built it up, everything.
Right.
It's yours. It was.
Yes.
And Kalev wants to make some skis for you on this other rocket base.
Yeah, there were two rocket
tomorrow, right?
Yes, there were two rocket bases here.
Yeah, it's Viintsi Audevälja.
Yeah, I think this could be a.
This is very interesting book. Why not to translate it to Estonian language?
Yeah, I just spoke with Matti Sirkala. You know, I was in Tallinn '92. I was living here. Swedish Institute sent me here.
Oh,
with contacts with translators and so on. But Matti Sirkala, he said he had such terrible years in the Soviet army.
He had, but we have other people as well here who would be able to translate from Swedish language. It's not a problem for Estonians.
No, perhaps you have some contact.
You know what, I will talk to some people.
Yeah.
Maybe it's really interesting.
Yeah.
Don't you have any kind of short synopsis, something in English language maybe, about this book? Somewhere? If you could put me on the mail,
I can mail you, yeah.
Would be great.
Yeah.
Just short summary about that, because I have learned Swedish.
Yes.
Very long time ago, but
You were in Norrköping and so also.
I've been there, yeah, see my brother-in-law, you know. I saw my brother-in-law in 50 years, almost 50 years after the war, you know.
Yeah.
It's great meeting, you know. It's typical situation in Estonian families that brother fought against the brother in Second World War, and sometimes father against the son.
You know, it's so natural. Some Estonians in Sweden, you don't think they are Estonians because the kids speak Swedish today. But you see the names.
That's normal. Yeah.
Endre, we spoke about Lena Endre, very famous actress.
Oh.
Her parents came, 44.
Yeah. Right.
I think she speaks Estonian, but perfect Swedish.
Right.
So they acclimatized well in Sweden, so to say.
My family name is almost Swedish.
Yeah.
Good, we met. I'm really happy to see you and to meet with you, and then of course we will help you.
Yeah, I'm also.
I will help both of us.
The best outcome it could be, I think, now.
Absolutely.
And he will be very pleased. This man, this paper, you know, he came to my home in Stockholm to leave. He said we must have this to exhibit this rocket.
Absolutely.
So I think it could be.
And could you find it? Because I'm not sure that we have in Estonia more or not. I don't know. Aga meil äkki ei olegi rohkem neid üldse Eestis?
Mis asi?
Neid. Äkki meil vist ei ole. Ainult võib-olla.
Ma arvan ka, see oli ka buldooseri mulla all.
Because if we had more,
Yeah.
they would be found already.
Yeah, I
We
think
have been
so.
found already.
Yeah.
So it may be only one exemplar in Estonia.
There is a piece in the water there in Sana, but very destroyed. And then it's, I think the Russians cut it up and everywhere.
It's what kind of metal? This is, you know, it's not
Titan, I think.
Titan.
Yeah.
Must be expensive.
I think it's like 50 crowns per kilo, I think. So,
Kui sa kuskile konkurentsi pakkuma.
you can melt it down.
Oh yeah, we go to reach.
Titaani ei võetagi Eestis vastu üldse metalli kokkuostus seal, isegi need lennuväljal olid need turbiinilabad. Üks, mis tahtis ära viia, mõtles, et rooste vaba. Öeldi, et Titaani ei võetud vastu.
Oh, it's not possible to sell here nowadays. No, Titan. And our official, how to say, fabrics don't buy it for some reason.
Was there some arrested there, some spy in Senna?
Already?
No, I don't know. I heard some rumors about that.
Mingi spioonid kunagi in old times by Soviets.
No, last year or something.
Last year.
Me.
Ja, det finns pengar.
Mingi spioonid on seal asunud?
See oli üks taanlane, see oli selle pronksiöö ajal, kui ühesõnaga ta oli käinud ka neid igasugu raketifaase pildistamas küll Vietnamis ja Koreas, kus ta oli käinud ja siis lendas sinna Sännasse kohale ja hakkas päevast kohe pildistama.
It was a writer like you from Denmark.
Yeah.
Because we had some bad events in Estonia at the end of April and beginning of May, you know that?
Yeah, I remember.
And then of course we were alert.
Yeah.
And these people too there in Sanna, the guards.
Yeah.
And then writer from Denmark began to film and put handcuffs already, you know?
And no prison, no?
No, just...
Ta muidugi kaposse kuulati üle, aga tal oli selle passis oli tal igasugu Vietnami ja Korea ja mis viisata sees oli.
He had Indonesian passport with him, this Danish guy.
He lives in Lithuania, or no?
No, he was from Denmark and he had in his pass stuff from Vietnam and Korea, you know. And of course our police was interested on his passport. And he even was taken to the security police or whatever.
But he was not, no penalty?
Ju ta seal trahviga midagi.
Ma ei oska seda öelda, mis ta edasi.
I don't know what happened to him.
Öelda, et ta on sõja ajaloolane, et ta käib neid...
I hope he's back home, no? Yeah, here you have free to film, of course, it's open area and all stuff, but we have areas where we don't allow to film, you know. It's okay now.
Yeah.
No problem. It's public affairs office, must be open, you know.
Yeah.
Ma näitaks selle pildi. See on nüüd, see tee läheb alla otse Harjumaa ja Läänemaa piiri pealt. Siin on Läänemaa ja Harjumaa, see maakonna piir. Ja ma seal näitasin selle ära, aga nüüd...
Do you have a car here or how do you...
Yeah, we have car, yeah.
Kaardi pealt muidu juba näitasin talle seda, aga see, et nüüd seda skeemi, et ta leiab selle, kus see tuuma lõpu peal hoiukoht oli selle üles. Et kui nad nüüd siit sisse lähevad teed mööda, siis siin on vana staabihoone, headquarter. See on siis Mealhouse või sööp, kuidas on Mealhouse? Sööp, jah. Ma helistan sulle, ma olen praegu siin suhtel.
So this is the area there, Alexis?
This is?
This is a road.
To Haapsalu?
No, to Haapsalu at the seas side.
Okay.
Tallinn.
Tallinn is there.
And border, Harjumaa and Läänemaa border.
Mis silt seal on, see näitab risti või?
Siit läheb risti peale, aga see on lihtsalt maantee peal on see silt, see on nagu maakonna piir, nagu maakonna piir silt.
You have to watch this sign which says Läänemaa. Border of county.
Läänemaa
to the left,
Harjumaa. Left. And then the gate, headquarters house.
It's not a ruin?
Ruin.
Yeah.
And then this way, siin on nüüd see kahekordne okastraat.
There is okastraat.
Fence?
Stacheldraht.
Yeah, fence, yeah.
No, fence, Stacheldraht in German.
Yeah.
See car park.
I don't know in English. Taggtråd.
Something like that, yeah.
Taggtråd.
And this place, siin on veel kahekordne okastraat ja siin hoiti neid tuumalõhkeid
And this was the silo or the port for nukes.
Aha, yeah.
In this area on veel üks siis eriline saladus, mis kaetud. Ühesõnaga, siin oli eraldi sissepääsu kohti kõik niimoodi.
Special secret place.
But there were two bases, no?
Seal on nüüd see Lintsi ja sellest edasi siis siia pool tuleb Piirsalu.
Yeah, two bases actually. This is the first one. And the next one is when you go to direction of Risti. It's about here, you know.
Piirsalu.
Aha, that's Piirsalu.
There is a church, you know, this is oriented church. And from the church left again. You can ask the people there.
Yeah. And these are good condition, these places?
No, enam-vähem.
Okay.
Our military is training there. It's a good place to train the city fighter, you know.
Siis seda, et see Langeria baasis seal Koila külje all, et seal on üks mälestusmärk siis sellest, et nad on teinud, see on vist ainukene raketibaas, et nad olid lahingu arvelis ja nad soovitasid lahingu asu. ja see läks noh ka nagu edukalt kõik, et seda mälestusmärki.
So we have one base in Estonia battlefield where it was really shot. Really shot. Only one shot from Estonia. It's a training shot. Training start.
Where to?
Kus ta lendas?
Seda ei tea, igal juhul seal on ausammas, et on sellel aastal, sellel kuupäeval on lastud rakett.
Now is the monument there in Russian.
Yeah.
It says that this datum there here was made the start.
We saw in Aluksne, in Latvia, there are 3 bases there, and there was written. I had traveling with other man. He speaks Russian. He was interpreting for me. He said it was written, this battalion fired rocket 9th August 77. They know it.
Okay. We have same story there.
Yeah. About this island, Vorotsi, is it boat from Hapsal or?
Yes, ferry.
Ferry with car or?
Yeah.
With car.
Or without car.
Yeah.